but now I have a gun.
All right. An interesting choice.
A gun and a beard.
A gun and a beard. Foos is going all tactical on us.
Tactical,
oh hell yeah,
man.
Sorry, my tan jacket's coming in tomorrow.
You know, though I am missing the AK behind the couch.
Yeah, seeing it from outside wasn't the best. With how many rounds and guns I have in here, probably not.
Okay. Well, I'll give you the American flag though. That was a good change.
Yeah. So Travis, I dropped something in the mail for you today. It's something for you.
Yes.
Something for you, and then something for
the drawing.
Yeah.
Remind me on Saturday not to pack the box up and take it to the post office on Saturday. I need to wait because I'm going to wait for that to show up before I throw in the mail.
Well, I did a UPS to our USPS today, so it should be there Thursday, Friday.
Yeah, it should be here in a couple days. Stuff gets to us pretty quick. We're right in the middle of the country, so being right off I-80, we get stuff really fast, which is pretty crazy. So it's kind of nice.
All right,
so it's the Mac that we've talked about, and then I got I had 115 grain 9mm just sitting here that I was going to try, going to load and see, but the difference between that and the 124 grain, was like pennies per thousand. So
yeah.
I just packed those up and they're head to you. So you'll have 250 round nose.
Hey, I'll pay you for them.
No.
I'm paying. I'll just PayPal you some money this week. I was going to buy some from you anyway, so it doesn't matter.
No, it's just projectiles.
Oh, I thought you were sending ammo. Okay,
No.
Okay, I got you. Yeah,
No,
I'm going to be.
projectiles.
I'll make. I got 100 rounds of fresh brass, and I've got 100 rounds of prepped brass from Squib, and I mean I'm ready to go. And I've got 200 bullets, projectiles. But if I use some of yours, I can load up like 50 or 100 of them or whatnot.
Yeah. So these are 115 grains coming to you.
Sweet, sounds good, man. That'll be good.
I was gonna take and try to do it with the business, but the difference between 115 and 125 was negligible. So
okay.
I just passed them on.
Okay, cool, man. We'll use them.
All right, everyone. Welcome all to Hit or Miss. I'm your host, Night Strike, and we had to let Foos and Travis get that out of their system. So. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the reloading is just about to begin. Yeah.
No, we're not talking about reloading chat tonight. But we got some.
There's different types of powder.
We got some unhappy topics to talk about tonight.
Oh yeah.
So let me see who's out there on the YouTube side. All right, we got
first of all, Ghost Tactical without a beard.
Scary. It's scary.
So
we got Gizzard Gary out there pulling double duty. We got 2 Live Moo out there. We got Gun Snob, Alaskan 556, Tacos and French Fries. Scott P79, David Bowling, the Kingpin himself is out there. Joe Zawala, Mel the Nut is here. Vanessa Kitty is here. Steadley's here. Liberty's Warrior is here. Who else? Colt 97Z. Rich White is pulling double duty as well. So is Foos. Rob D, NY Outcast is out there. Patrick is out there. And AC97 got here in the nick of time. All right. So that's who we have out right now. We'll probably get some more people in. Oh, Yoder Texas is there. So there we go. So I'm going to introduce my panelists. And we're going to get with the topics tonight. Not all of them are good. We may have to, have a moment of silence in the not too distant future. So prepare yourselves for that. So. All right. First up, we've got everyone's favorite ammunition company. We've got Foos. What's going on?
Howdy. Not much. Ammo business is slow, but hey, it's February. That's it. If you want some good ammo, buy some from me. I'm gonna get with Night Strike here to start working on a website to hopefully get some more throughput so the company can last for a few years. So, yeah.
Awesome. Can't wait. Next up, we've got everyone's favorite tactical bird himself, Gizzard Gary.
Give him the bird. Thanks for
Right.
being right.
What the hell are you wearing?
My head's cold, man.
I think he's just embarrassed that he's losing hair up there. That's a scarf. There it is.
Not a scarf.
Is it a shemeg?
Yes, it is.
Okay, there we go. All right. Next up, we've got everyone's favorite, not West Virginian, Witch White.
Hello.
Oh, wow.
He's not from West Virginia. He just lives there.
Jesus, son of a bitch.
And last but not least, we have everyone's favorite Nebraskan.
No. Second favorite Nebraskan. Sandhill
No.
Shooters, the number one Nebraskan, right?
No, you were first, especially with that 338 Nerf.
We can share the podium. Now, I know we're big guys, but there's enough room that both of us can stand up on top of the podium as favorite Nebraskans.
No,
right?
no. The 338 Nerf
no.
Pua video was the best.
No. Nebraska's too damn flat. There is no first, second, or third.
No, that's not true. You just got to get off.
It's all the same level.
No. You got to go north. Go north 25 miles. Everything changes.
All right. Well, introduce.
All right. So, real quick, cheap plugs.
Let's say
Yeah.
from about 10 feet that way to about 30 feet that way, your elevation is probably about 80 feet.
In Nebraska?
No, from here in my house.
Oh.
Like 10 feet that way to 30 feet that way. I'm like,
Oh my God. Well, yeah. Okay, we don't get that. I mean, we're in the middle of the river valley, so it is going to be flat. But cheap plugs. Check out Caliber Corner Saturday morning, 8 a.m. Central Time over on GunChannels.com. We're going to do a 15,000 subscriber giveaway. We got stuff we're throwing in the box from SS Pond in Lexington, Nebraska. We got stuff coming from Sport Shooters Ammunition. I got a whole box full of goodies, and I'm just throwing a bunch of stuff in the box. It's gonna be cool, is what it's gonna be. Nothing too crazy expensive, but just a lot of fun stuff. So check it out. Saturday morning, 8 a.m., dude.
Do not remove my name from the list.
No, that's fine. I'm gonna print the list off probably early Saturday morning and cut the strips off and put them in the box. Unfortunately, I can't do a comment picker on GunTube. Not that I've been able to find.
So
yeah.
CM Foose, that is who needs to win. He
Okay.
is an awesome guy.
Okay. Like I said, I'm just throwing a bunch of stuff in this one. It's just gonna be fun. I got all these things sitting around. I'm like, you know what? This would be kind of cool. Let somebody else enjoy this.
I need stuff to do reviews on, so.
There you go.
I need stuff so I can emulate one of the greatest YouTubers I've ever known. You know, Mr. Travis P. Levin.
Dude, come on, man. Seriously. I did a tune review. Come on, give me a break, dude.
Yeah, you did two different types of peanut butter reviews on my channel.
Just improvisational. Yep. Oh yeah. It's good stuff, man.
I mean, I can't believe you did that.
I want to apologize to the viewers about the coffee reviews as of late, because I know that's not firearm stuff, but man, coffee and guns they go so well together. But don't do a lot of coffee before you need to focus on firing a gun. I found that that's a really bad mistake. So,
but
it's kind of hard to hold it steady.
It is, even in a freaking lead sled. I'm like, why did I do that?
No, you just have to. You just have to practice that way.
Wow, Yoder, Texas says out there, Nebraska's flatness proves the flat Earth theory.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Central Time. We are in the middle of it all. I mean, it's not our fault.
Wow. All right. Well, we need a moment of silence and somebody needs to cue the taps music, because we finally found out what happened to Smeggy. Smeggy was brutally murdered the other night.
That's it.
There we go. No, Smeggy didn't die. It's just I saw this the other day. I figured I had to, share it. I thought it was pretty funny. But yeah, Smeggy's still alive and well. It's just that's something you have to share when you see something like that. That's pretty good. But All right, we got a couple topics to talk about tonight. They're not all good. In fact, they're actually all bad. We got no good news tonight.
When do we talk about good stuff on this show?
When it starts happening. So
we're going to be sitting around for a while, huh?
We're going to be sitting for a while. Yeah.
That would be a definite miss.
Well,
Unfortunately.
they're about to pass a campus carry law in West Virginia. That's not all bad.
Well, that's West Virginia.
Good. Hey, it's a start, man.
There's still a few states out there that are good. It's just all the surrounding states that fucking suck.
All right, so the first unhappy thing to talk about tonight is everyone's favorite state, including the state Foos's friend keeps trying to get him to move to. Tonight we have to talk about the state of Florida. And those kids from Parkland won't shut the fuck up. They're trying to institute a semi-auto rifle ban. And apparently, they're doing it. Florida's semi-auto rifle ban amendment is gaining ground with Republican donors' support. I don't see how a Republican would support this kind of shit. Well, maybe from Miami, but, you know. But at that point, are they really Republican?
Ask Vanessa about Republicans supporting gun bans.
Yeah, exactly.
Or anybody that supports the gun ban. I mean, that's just stupid. You can't be American and want to tell someone else how to live their life. You will never see one of us say, "Hey, I think you should buy this because whatever." I mean, we'll say you need to buy this gun, but we're not gonna, we're not gonna say a law that you have to buy something or not buy something. Most of us say, "Fuck, buy whatever hell you want."
It's anti-American to deny an American citizen of their liberties.
Mm-hmm.
And remember what Ben Franklin said about liberty. Okay, those who trade security, liberty for security, deserve neither security nor liberty. So, but anyways, these donors are starting this campaign. Ban assault weapons now! ! And apparently, let me see what it says. There's a push to pass an assault weapons ban in Florida via a ballot initiative to amend the state constitution, which, watch out on that. This is being spearheaded by Ban Assault Weapons Now, a bipartisan group, an anti-American group, made up of Republican and Democratic authoritarians who want to see law-abiding Floridians disarmed. Yeah. It sounds really British to me, just saying.
How can you call yourself a Republican and be anti-gun? That makes no sense at all.
Well, Republicans haven't always been pro-gun. That's the problem.
Wow.
And remember, Democrats haven't always been anti-gun either. It's, in the last, 40 or 50 years they switched. But their effort is gaining political ground and financial support. Republican Party bigwig donor Al Hoffman has joined the fray after Parkland. He announced that he wouldn't support any Republican candidate unless they back gun control. Republican officials like Representative Brian Mast folded like a cheap suit. Now Hoffman is throwing his money behind Ban Assault Weapon Now's efforts. Again, it's been reported that Ban Assault Weapons Now has partnered with prominent Republican donor Al Hoffman and his gun control advocacy organization, Americans for Gun Safety Now, which is made up almost entirely of Republicans who support an assault weapons ban. Which I would argue that those Republicans are the real fascists, the real alt-rights. Just saying, because of how they want to control and take away your constitutional right to own a firearm.
So this David Hogg fucker is like, oh, it's been almost a year. 17 lives taken in cold blood at MSD. What about the 17 lives taken about every weekend in Chicago?
Furthermore, they call him a Parkland survivor in that article. I didn't think he was actually there when it happened. He was there.
No, he wasn't there. He only he rode there on his bike after it happened.
He's a student of Parkland High School, but I wouldn't say he's a survivor necessarily.
He rode his bike there after the fact.
Mm-hmm.
So he could monopolize and capitalize on it.
Yeah, he changed his story after they're like, no, you can't tell him that. You guys think you were actually there when it happened. But what his first comment was that he rode his bike there because he saw it on the news and he wanted to take pictures.
Right. Because he wanted to be a journalist or something, some shit like that.
Well, he's gone full left. So
well, he always was.
He's fitting the whole journalist thing pretty well.
So no, like his 15 minutes was up, and he's trying to get another 15 minutes.
I just think it's kind of ironic because he's mentioned before in interviews that his parents own firearms.
Yeah.
Well, his dad was his dad was an FBI agent. Of course they did.
Yeah.
Okay, and now it's saying they formed a coalition, Do Something Florida, under their division of labor. Ban assault weapons now will handle the gathering of petitions, signatures needing to get on the ballot. And Americans for Gun Safety Now will direct an education and advocacy campaign arguing the need for an assault weapons ban.
So absolutely, yeah. Let them do something. Arm people at school. Make no soft targets in the entire state of Florida. It'll stop happening.
Which is funny because if this article, nice article, we'll get to my article in a little bit, but the Florida Teacher Union doesn't want armed teachers, but their School Safety Commission does. Yeah,
didn't they start arming?
I don't know if they have I think they have a program or they've instituted a program where people can get into it if they want to.
No, I think they have actually armed like vets and stuff. I read that a day or two ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, they can. I mean, they can. Their school boards can vote to allow the teachers to carry if they want to, based off of whatever requirements they set up for it.
But this group, Ban Assault Weapons Now, is trying to get this to be on the ballot in 2020.
What percentage?
So the Blaze said Florida school hires combat vests with semi-automatic rifles to protect students from active shooters. In the Blaze, I know it's the Blaze, but here's one.
But they're also being supported by Moms Demand Action as well.
Now looking
I've got a question.
Yeah.
Hello, Sarge.
Hey, what's up?
Thanks for showing up late.
Sorry.
Jeez.
I hope the reason you're late is because you had to take some punk down.
I've been sitting here quietly for 10 minutes, waiting on an opportunity to speak.
Okay.
What I was going to ask is, what good is this going to do? Because A, how many assault weapons crimes took place in Florida last year? And B, how many assault weapons are, air quotes, assault weapons are actually in Florida? What's the percentage of them used in a crime? I bet it's probably 0.1%.
I bet it's less than 1%. It's like 0.5%.
That's what I mean. 0.1%. Like 99.9% of the weapons are not used in any crime. So why ban them? Because of this minority that's not going to it's not going to change anything. It's not going to change one single thing.
It's kind of like the TSA.
Yeah, so,
You know what's more dangerous than an assault weapon? Give me a Kel-Tec PMR 30 and a handful of magazines is way more dangerous than any assault weapon. Way more.
Hell, give me a production ring, 10 production rig, 10-round mags. Production rig, I'll carry 61 rounds on me or 60 rounds on me. Well,
it's obvious they want to go after the firearm that many gun owners have, which is the semi-automatic sporting rifle. which they've deemed an assault rifle, which I don't understand why, because it's not select fire, but
because it looks scary.
yeah.
But all these semi-autos, it's like, oh, semi-autos, every pull of the trigger fires one round. Well, that's revolvers as well.
Yeah, this is true.
So, that's what's going on in Florida. I'm not happy about it. But
could that be considered black powder as well? Because every time you pull the trigger, if it's loaded, it fires.
It could.
Yeah.
I mean, if you really think about it.
Well, here's the thing, Foos.
You change definitions all the time. ATF and everybody does that anyway.
Yeah, they could just change the definitions in the Florida State Constitution and go. But I don't know. Changing the Florida State Constitution, that's pretty radical. That is like full-scale communism right there.
Well, we do have a president that was a reality TV star. I'd say at this point in our history, anything's possible.
It's true.
Do you guys know much about the average population in Florida?
I've only been to Florida twice.
They are Republican as fuck. They are hillbillies worse than me.
I was going to say, they, other than the very, very outlying coastal areas, they are as redneck as anywhere that there is. They are so redneck down there.
But the big voting areas, though, are they liberal areas? Is that what we're saying, or the areas that can make the changes?
So the areas are Orlando is actually fairly red. So you're looking at Miami, Tampa Bay, and Jacksonville are the big blue areas.
Yep, and that's where most of your voting block is, which is what's happening in other states. It's what's happened in New York. It's what's happening in Pennsylvania now.
Well, Same thing in Nebraska. Omaha, Lincoln.
Did you hear that upstate New York is looking to basically succeed from?
Yes, we were talking about.
They've been saying that for years.
Yeah, I think we were talking about this a couple of days ago. It was either Snob's or Gary's show. I forget which one. But it worked real well for Maryland and California. So don't.
They're not going to let them go.
Yeah. I mean, Maryland and California both tried it and it didn't go anywhere. I don't see it going anywhere with New York either.
I mean, all the libtards are going to vote no on that, and they're going to be back to where they were before, square one, which is give us all your guns or else.
If you had the western counties in Maryland, which are all conservative areas, wanted to break away from Maryland because they don't feel they're being represented because Eastern Maryland controls everything in that state. They either wanted to break off and form their own state, and some people even said, well, why can't we break off and then join West Virginia? I mean, I've actually heard people there say that as well. My wife works in Maryland. She works in Cumberland, which is in the conservative area, and she's had coworkers say, yeah, we would love to be able to join West Virginia. But
you know what else disappoints me about Maryland?
What was that, Sarge?
So you know what else disappoints me about Maryland? The fact that it's below the Mason-Dixon line. That really disappoints me about that state.
Yeah.
Well,
all right.
If it makes you feel better, Maryland was a Union state. They weren't Confederate.
That doesn't make me feel better. But again, Ben Farrell out there is asking me a question. I don't know why I'm reading it, but I'm going to. At Night Strike, do you think we need to reform the Libertarian Party and create a new political party to get the Republican and Democrats out of power? Both parties are two sides of the same coin. The problem with creating the Libertarian Party is basically, I guess, all the pot smokers from the Green Party decided to go Libertarian instead because it's the new hip thing. So unfortunately, the true libertarians aren't in the Libertarian Party. Okay, they say they're libertarian, but really it's just all the pot smokers that say taxes theft. That's the Libertarian Party right now.
I think what would be a better solution to a third party would be trying to gain all the moderate Democrats that are being left behind by this radical new Democrat Party. We need to try to get them. to come over.
Yeah. So that might be more of a thing, or I don't know, maybe another party. I mean, I don't know if another party. See, the problem is creating a political party is really hard. Okay, it's not so hard as far as filing for it and getting people to join the party. That's not the hard part. The hard part is getting that party elected in every state. The hard part is getting that party on the ballots. The hard part is getting that party on the ballot for even the presidential election, of which it's not going to happen in 2020. So starting another party is great, but it's not a solution.
That's not going to happen in our lifetime.
No, it's not,
never
unfortunately.
Be another party win a presidential election. It'll be very, difficult to even win a congressional election.
We're at the point where, the Libertarian Republicans or the Goldwater Republicans and, the pro-freedom Republicans really need to really take over the Republican Party and tell all the rhinos, okay, either get behind us or get lost, leave the party, and tell all the conservatives that are saying, oh, we're for anti-guns, we're for anti-freedom, tell them to get the fuck out as well. That would fix the Republican Party. Problem is, it's not going to happen. Not unless somebody gets up there, somebody is very charismatic, and I hate to say it, but, a good leader is always charismatic, and gets up there and says, you're all fucking up, every single one of you. But nobody wants to show the balls, show that they have the balls to say that. No. So nothing's going to change unless somebody gets out there and says something and they actually listen. And that's the other problem. Getting them to listen. So
you've already got a name for your party, Night Strike.
Mm-hmm.
The birthday party.
The keg party.
Keg party. The platform is free beer and chicken. Americans are going to love it. There's nothing to complain about.
I can't promise that.
We can. Free beer and chicken for everybody. Come on, there's money in the budget for it. Look, we can even do gluten-free beers. Everybody's going to be included here. Vegans, organic eating people. We can cater to everyone's needs. Free beer, chicken, and firearms for all. I mean, what more?
I was very pro birthday party. I'm just telling you.
All right. Well, good luck. We'll go.
Who doesn't like ice cream and cake? Who doesn't like a birthday?
If you got a cake party and you need money, you just pass a hat. That's how we'll do it.
That's how we fund everything. Just pitch in on it if you feel so inclined, and there's always room for birthday cake at any good cake party. Most birthday parties lead to cake parties. It's
should.
How about the birthday cake party? There you go. Every day is a birthday cake party. That's like perfect right there.
I like it.
I mean, it's simple enough. It really is. I mean, it wouldn't take much to get it going. All right.
Somebody just got timed out.
What's going on?
Somebody just got timed out.
Make it bacon. Oh, we can throw bacon in there, Black Cat. He's asking for bacon. Bacon, of course. Free pizza and cheesecake. We can do that on the weekends, like on Sundays. I'm all for that. Good slice of cheesecake on a Sunday.
That'd go good with beer.
Yeah. Armament Access says he's all in. I mean, I think it's going to work. Yeah.
I didn't see what was being.
Everybody could get appointed to their position. So Yoder, don't worry, Yoder. We got wine for you. We'll take care of it.
Okay, so
we just need to draft a candidate now.
Tap a candidate. Tap a candidate. Candidate tapping.
Night Strike's Prohibition Homebrew.
Oh, there you go. No, you seem more like an IPA guy.
No, actually,
you got that artisan cheese crafter look to you going on right now. So you look like an IPA drinker.
My grandmother's grandmother made Prohibition beer, so I've got the recipe. So
good for her. There you go.
Yeah.
All right. That's more like an outlaw thing, isn't it? It's more like an outlaw Ellis Ale kind of thing, No.
Oh, it's different. Anyways. So the next topic we got to talk about tonight, and I don't want to talk about it, but we have to because, Sarge may be the only one able to use 30-round magazines soon. I'm not kidding.
No, I know.
I know you laugh, but you laugh.
No, I'm laughing at the
but,
ridiculousness of it all that we even allow this to happen.
Screen share this because I'm going to read the whole damn thing. Okay. House and Senate Democrats introduce federal high-capacity magazine ban bill.
But 30 rounds is standard capacity for my M4. So I guess I'm not included. Oh, darn.
No. And I know the source of this is coming from CNN, but the Democratic legislation co-sponsored by, Representative Douchebag and Senator Douchebag. So they're from Florida and New Jersey, big surprise, would ban any magazine that exceeds 10 rounds of ammunition. So unfortunately, Travis, your host.
No, I'll just 3D print my own.
Yeah, that was
he does be in prison right about now. Oh, that's right. He's a Democrat, so that was a while.
Yeah. They let him out for good behavior.
Oh, they never put him in.
Yeah. The legislation, which has been dubbed the Keep Americans Safe Act, currently has no Republican co-sponsors. Well, they better not. One of the many obstacles that would stand in the way of it advancing. Still, on the issue, it has consistently failed to advance in Congress, and that many Democrats from more moderate or conservative districts don't want to vote on. The proposal marks a significant development. It comes as Democrats control the House, and it follows years of deadly shootings, many of which included guns with high-capacity magazines. Most of the recent legislative proposals related to gun control have focused narrowly on ways to improve background checks for gun purchases, and those all have also struggled to advance. Granted, this is CNN saying this. This is not me. But, it's ridiculous. Though much to CNN's chagrin, don't look for the bill to get a hearing in the Senate, let alone a vote. Still, like Rust, the forces of gun control never sleep. Unfortunately. But that's what we're getting at. That's what they're going after.
This, too, will fix nothing.
No.
Nothing of it. Nothing will fix nothing. The only way you fix it is if you let people be armed if they want to be armed. No soft targets, and that's the only way you'll fix it.
Again, any of this stuff, not that I'm for it, but I want someone to show me what those magazines would prevent. Show me on paper, okay, this would have prevented this number of crimes because of that high capacity magazine that they couldn't have committed without it. Just show me that to even make me try to believe that it might be somewhat valid, and they can't. It's just a feel good measure. It's all it is. Make everybody feel good like they're doing something. They're just spinning their wheels, patting each other on the back, trying to make everybody feel good.
Yeah, Columbine was committed with 10-round magazines.
There you go.
During the ban, right?
Yeah.
1999.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
this stuff, not only does it just bother me anyway, but it bothers me because there's no point in it. You got to show facts. Just try your best to convince me by using some facts, and I might at least listen to you for just a second. But I don't want to hear any of it because it's just nonsense.
yeah, but if all this stuff starts to pass, then Sarge, you're going to be the only one with 30-round magazines, and they'll probably tell you to go and confiscate people's magazines.
No, they won't. No, he won't.
No, because they'll tell people to turn them in.
That doesn't mean we have to.
Exactly. There'll be no door-to-door confiscation of that stuff.
I mean, I don't see how they could enforce it unless they had a, reason to believe or had seen or had some sort of a record that you had bought them.
I'm depressed. I don't want to talk about another depressing, anti-gun topic. So, Travis, let's talk about your topic. Let's talk about something else.
My topic is anti-gun. It
I don't
doesn't
want to
have
talk
to be.
about anti-gun stuff anymore. This is too
Well,
fucking
this
sad.
okay. This has got there's a pro
People,
gun.
get off your asses and start doing something.
There's a pro gun meaning to it. So let me just get this posted over on the chat over here real quick. You got nice guys. Somebody will go put this on the gun channel side. Basically, what's going on is this is the news on December 13th, and there was actually 2018, and there was an update that came out just today. But it was not, or January, but it's already been pulled off some of the major newspapers. It says teachers union calls recommendation to arm educators absurd. School massacre panel recommends arming teachers. So there's what's it called here? The Stoneman Douglas High School recommended Wednesday that teachers who volunteer and undergo extensive background checks and training be allowed to carry concealed guns on campus to stop future shootings. This was the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School Public Safety Commission. They voted 13-1 to allow it because they said that it's not enough to have 1 or 2 police officers or armed guards on campus. And they go through and talk about what they want the teachers to go through if they're going to want to carry on campus. And I'm totally for it. Let's see, there was something that was stated here, but the Florida's Teachers Union came out and they're totally opposed to it, saying that it puts an extra burden on the teacher on top of their responsibilities that they already have. And as a teacher myself, I mean, I would carry, I carry everywhere I can, except in school and places I'm not allowed to. And
Why would it be
it's
considered
more of a burden to me to stow my weapon before I go into school every day because it has to be locked up than it is for me to just go into school and carry on my day. I'll be in a packed Walmart and I'll be carrying it. I'm not going to be conscious of my gun. I know it's on me, but I mean, I'm not going to sit there and fiddle with it. Or what's ridiculous, what's absurd is the fact that I'm allowed to carry and I'm licensed to carry concealed everywhere I legally can, except on my job, except on a place where I need to defend other human life at some point, and I can't do that. That's what's absurd is I don't have an opportunity to do that for those kids.
Why would someone view that as a burden?
I don't,
able to defend yourself is not a burden.
To sit there and say, well, I don't think every teacher should carry a gun. If people are still saying that needs to go to the wayside immediately because, first of all, you wouldn't force that mandate on people because that would be irresponsible.
Well, no, that would be us telling someone how to live their life, and we don't do that.
Yeah.
Just allow people to carry if they want to carry.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean everyone that we're going to mandate everyone.
I don't understand why it is so hard to. And then people say, well, what if they overpower the teacher and take the gun? Well, we have an armed police officer in our building. What's going to stop 50 kids from overpowering the police officer and taking his gun? Because kids know better. The majority of the kids that I know that I've seen over the last 18 years in a classroom don't want to hurt people. It's not their intention to be violent,
It's because these Democrats are violent themselves. And they're projecting their feelings onto someone else.
Yeah, and then what's sad about it is our own Nebraska State Teacher Association came out with new language saying that they don't think that firearms need to have any place in a school whatsoever. But then I want to ask them, so what am I supposed to do to protect these kids when the firearms are present in my school and it's me versus, a gunman? What am I supposed to do at that point?
Yeah, what do you do?
Lock my door and hope you guys show up in the 3.5 minutes it'll take the SWAT team to get there or the police officers to arrive, It's a small town. They can get there quickly, but still, what am I supposed to do?
Well, first of all, you couldn't assemble a SWAT team in an hour.
Well, yeah, I mean, we would
get whoever's close.
I got a feeling we would have city cops that would go rushing in. I got a feeling that we'd have highway patrol and sheriffs that would come busting in there. Yeah,
that heard the radio is what you're going to have. In the unfortunate event that something happened like that, you're going to get everybody. You're going to get Bureau of License and Theft. You're going to get whoever was just in the area.
Did Sarge just drop?
No, he muted himself. So you start thinking about armed guards or police. Look down in Florida about a year ago. There was armed people there and armed police there, and they didn't go in.
And I'm sorry, you would have to have an entire army of police officers and the size of some of these campuses to protect the entire campus and each individual building. You'd have to have an armed police officer in every single building. Some of these campuses with 2,000 or 3,000 kids are huge. You know, I mean, it would be much more efficient to simply have
college campus.
armed teachers. Well, high school campus. Some of these high school campuses have classes of 700-800 kids.
I know.
You know?
I'm saying it's some of these big campuses is like a college campus.
Oh yeah. They're blocks. They cover city blocks. You know, yeah. So the fact that you've got this safety committee that says we want this to happen, and you've got a teacher union coming out opposing it, and I really do think that I believe this program is currently being offered to the teachers in Florida, if I'm not mistaken. You can fact check me on it. I'm sure that there are probably teachers that are going to take up the district on that offer and do carry, and I hope they do. The fact you have a safety committee coming out saying we can do this in a way that's going to ensure everyone's safety, then why not do it?
Do you think that the reason that the union is saying no is because of insurance purposes?
I think it's a mix of things. I don't know if necessarily the insurance would have much to do with it. I think it could just be the agenda that's being pushed on the liberal side through the teacher unions. The anti-gun rhetoric just kind of flows through certain channels. I mean, I see it myself in the association that I'm a part of, in the language that they've proposed, saying that they don't want the guns in the classroom, and they won't even listen to reason. It's just, nope, don't want them. Okay, well, I don't want bad guys in my school shooting kids either, but what am I supposed to do about it? You know, I don't know how insurance wise, are you thinking the district liability insurance? That could be part of it too. There could be liability insurance
Isn't the union the one that helps do healthcare and stuff like that?
They negotiate for the healthcare plan through Blue Cross Blue Shield. We're more of the legal liability protection, is what we get if we're accused of something, or we have to use our legal services to save ourselves or our career.
I bet you it's that. I almost guarantee it's that, because when we come like with insurance, I mean, hell, I'd spent 3 months looking for freaking insurance, and just doesn't want to be touched. Not at all. I mean, you deal anything with firearms? No.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's, you start talking about liability in that. Oh God, no.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a good sign if they're able to get this to pass through in Florida, and teachers can actually do it. Obviously, I'd encourage any teacher to do it that feels comfortable doing so. But again, the teacher unions, they just don't get it. That's what just really bothers me. When you're in that school and you realize that you could stop that gun, you could possibly be that person that could do something, and you're not going to prevent it from happening. And they say they want more money to go into mental health services. I get that. More money for counseling. Okay. More money for law enforcement. Do it. Right. That's great. We need it because there's these numbers of kids to counselors is insane. Right. But at the same time, how much is it going to cost to just allow that teacher that's already a licensed concealed carrier to do so if they choose to do so on their job? Won't cost the district anything. But like you said, insurance. Okay, maybe insurance is the reason why for the district. I don't know.
I don't think it's as much insurance as it is just warm and fuzzy feeling that they're trying to give people by keeping those dirty, nasty guns out of the school, those scary guns out of there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's just, so anyway, that's just what I was going to say about that. That's just the fact the safety committee said do it, and the teacher union said no. But I don't know.
Yeah, and like you said a few minutes ago, I had to step away. But forcing everyone to carry a gun, terrible idea, absolutely horrible. But just preventing good, competent, law-abiding citizens from carrying, you guys should be allowed. All teachers should be allowed if they're able to and comfortable doing it.
Yeah, it says there's teachers in 28 states can carry firearms right now. So I mean, the numbers are growing, and I think that's a good thing. So yeah. All I'm saying is you feel like a fish in a barrel when you're in that classroom with your 30 kids, every hour. So until you have that feeling of knowing that you kind of think to yourself, what could I do if something would happen? What would I be able to do? It would just be a lot more convenient if you'd be able to actually do something if you needed to.
Well, there's also the intangible that if it's a known thing that the teachers are armed, they don't know who's armed. They just know that teachers are allowed to carry guns. Well, guess what? These aren't soft targets anymore. Like you were saying, Foos. They're not soft targets. Now they're hard targets. You don't know who in here has a gun. These school shootings, which they're really, I mean, there are some, there's not a lot, but there are some. The fantasy becomes reality when they run into opposition, and they're not going to be as willing to take that chance when there's a chance of opposition, because they don't know who's carrying them. Right. It's going to prevent a lot of this stuff. There's no way to put a number on it, but it's going to prevent a lot of stuff. That's why they go to schools, is because they know that there's a lot of innocent victims there. And in fact, when they do happen, or they go to a concert where people are stuck there, and that's when it does happen, because they want to create havoc and not have any opposition.
You know, we talked about this before. The Pulse nightclub shooter, he was at Disney World scouting out a place to go in and do what he was going to do, but he saw the armed guards at the gate at Disney World and decided, no, that's not the way I want to go out in a blaze of glory, because I'm not going to get done what I want to do. Because you've got an armed police officer at every check-in station at to get into the main parks.
He was also a registered Democrat.
Well, there you go. A little irony there, huh?
Yeah. Just like that Bernie supporter who shot up the Republicans in that baseball field. Or that guy from Las Vegas. He was also a registered Democrat as well.
It's the same party that wants to allow abortion, but wants to take away guns in order to protect the kids.
Wants to take away guns to protect the kids and to make society safer. But really, they're also the same party that wants to give criminals more rights and keep them out of jail instead of in jail when they commit crimes. They want to encourage people breaking the law, crossing the border illegally, and having sanctuary cities and giving them free health care. I don't know. Is it just me, or are the Democrats really trying to prove how criminalistic they really are?
Well, and they're the ones that don't want to rip babies out of their family's hands, yet they're wanting to rip babies out of their mother's wombs.
Well, because according to them, until it's born, it's not alive, which is a crock of shit. But again, that's how they say it.
Once it's a patient, it's a person. When it's a patient, when they start treating mother and child, now it's a person. As soon as they start treating it and identifying it.
But again, I know it's all the old bandwagon. But what do you expect from the party that created the KKK, instituted internment camps for they did Jim Crow laws, instituted internment camps for Japanese Americans,
for American citizens.
They supported women's suffrage.
No. I mean, Japanese Americans. No, they had internment camps for American citizens of a certain descent. That is racial profiling. That's what the freaking Nazis did.
Well, the difference is the Democrats didn't execute them.
No, but they put them in camps.
Yeah, and then what else did the Democrats do? I mean that's the worst I can think of right now. But again, they're a different party now. Yeah. Instead of supporting guns, they're trying to take them away now. So, there you go. If you want to support a party like that with that kind of track record, go for it.
The Democrats also blocked the Civil Rights Act in the 50s. They also were going around lynching people, but let's ignore that part too.
Yeah, but they're stalwarts for the impoverished and the other groups in the United States now. So we're going to ignore that because they help out. And when I say they help out, they help them out, momentarily, but they don't help those people get above where they are. They just keep them at the status quo. And that's no way to do it.
That's pretty true right there.
All right, man. What else is on the list? What else we got to deal with next week?
I'm done. Screw it. I'm gonna go outside tomorrow I'm going to shoot off some guns, and I'm going to say screw it. And I'm done. I'm done for this week. I don't even want to talk about this shit on Rants and Raves tomorrow. So, that's how pissed off I am.
Well, there's always a good food chat you can fall back on if necessary.
Though I really want one of these.
What's that? What you looking at? Can we start talking? Can we start talking? Let's talk.
I really want one of these.
I thought you wanted the semi-automatic 12 gauge, the AR pattern shotgun or whatever.
I want one of those too, but I want one of these because what Snack, Step Snack, and Mad Snack.
I do like some of the receivers they have these days. The little receivers are pretty cool. Some of the designs.
Yeah, the no step on Snack receiver. I need one of these, but right now I can't afford one. So
I bought one.
I need to get one, but
so make sure you go through GunTube if you buy it. Click on that banner so that
so Night Strike can buy one.
What here? You guys tell me what I should do with this. Here's my plan. I'm thinking of building a 14.7-inch rifle with a pinned and welded flash hider to get it right to 16-inch. And I'm thinking of doing the whole thing in Strike Industries, since Strike and Snake are synonymous, to go with the no step on Snack lower. Thoughts?
No. What you need to do is get one of these straight rifled barrels and do a 10-inch on it.
I don't want to throw a knuckleball downrange.
That's great. That is great.
Actually, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have a chamber and a like an aluminum pipe, and that's it.
Psycho 316 is telling you need to make a space gat in 50 Beowulf.
This is the receiver I want to get to transfer my pistol over to.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Oh my God, is that a Crusader receiver?
Yeah, is that the Crusade?
Yes, that is the rear breed Crusader that's for sale on Spike Tactical.
Yeah, I don't think any Muslim would use that gun.
$424, man! Holy crap!
Yeah, they're not cheap. Man, that is cool.
Yeah.
It's in the same series as that Spartan helmet when they did it.
Jeez. So
the all black is cheaper, obviously. Remember, this one's 2 pieces of metal. You got the black anodized, and then they have the silverish thing on this one.
So that's just stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, the design is cool, but $349? No, hell no.
No.
Like,
if I had the money, I'd be buying one.
I wouldn't. I don't know. I'm one of these guys that I don't care what it looks like as long as it's functional. So yeah, I don't get it.
I want one, but I'm not. But there is a certain price point I'm not willing to pay for.
Sometimes
that's at that above that price point.
Sometimes you just got to say no on principle. Like, I really like that, but I mean, I could buy it if I wanted to, but that's just too much. Not doing it. Nope, not doing it.
So, well. All right. Is there any other topics we need to talk about tonight?
Yeah, is there anything else coming out? I did get a. We talked about this before. The Taurus TX22 pistol that's coming out. I did find out that if you get them through Gallery of Guns, they're going to be around $320 is what I'm seeing. There's a $350 MSRP, so they're a little bit more than I thought. I was hoping I could get one for under $300, but they're
for what kind?
$320. The Taurus TX22 semi-automatic pistol that they're going to start selling, the 16+1 22.
All right.
So they're going to be around $320, which is not bad because I was kind of curious what they're actually going to sell for. And the funny thing is, I got the notice on my phone to go buy one. We talked about this before, and I did put it in my cart. I went out to my vehicle to go buy it, and it was already sold out.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, I
Who
was thinking,
spoofed you?
I don't know how many they had. It was Davidson's Gallery of Guns. I got the email that said, "Okay, you can buy one now." I'm like, I'm gonna go get one. And I want to get it for the channel and test it out and have some fun with it. And then I'm gonna actually gift it to a friend, but I'll sell it, trade it. It's gonna go through transfer, but no, I want to get one really bad. I think they'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So on that note, I guess we should start winding it down and letting everyone do their outros and whatnot. So, Boos, you're up.
My turn? Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sports Shooters Ammunition. Buy some ammo, please. That's it. Just, yep.
All right. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, 2A Tuesday's back next Tuesday. As soon as we get finished here, I'm going to dry fire to try to get to try to suck less when it comes to USPSA shooting. So,
Well, you got a certain bar you've got to, hit. Just saying.
yeah, I'd really have to suck less. So, like, yeah, it's bad.
All right. Well, Foos, I hope it gets better. All right. So, Gizzard Gary,
Yo.
give us your outro.
Check out my website, gizzardgary.com, for all my social media links. And make sure and come in and check out Foul Territory every Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 o'clock Central, the good time. And this week will be the 1-year anniversary of the first Foul Territory. So may have some special stuff and giveaways going on. Make sure and check out guntube.org, gun streamer, gun channels, gun websites. Anything starts with a gun, it's usually a pretty good thing.
Except gun control.
That's right. Absolutely. So, like, share, and subscribe to everybody on the panel, especially Night Strike 1. Don't forget, if someone tries to infringe on your right to keep and bear arms, give them the bird. Thanks for the invite.
All right. No problem. Rich?
Yeah, check out This Week Unloaded, Sunday nights on the Unloaded Media channel. Sarge has a show coming up on Saturday night. Gun Snob, I don't know if he's doing his show. We never know with gun. You want to know what's actually hit or miss, whether Gun Snob's going to do his show or not. But, got his show Saturday night. Gary already mentioned his show. And then got the closer Sunday nights. I don't know why anybody goes over there and watches that.
Yeah, well, there's Obnoxious One show is Aren't You Glad It's Not the Closer?
Yeah, that'll be on Thursday. Him and Sarge rotate, depending on when Sarge is doing his show. Depends on when Obnoxious is going to be doing his. I was going to get to that, but then something caught. I don't know why I spaced on it, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's all I got.
All right. Sarge.
Yes, I'm here. Thank you for the invite. Sorry I was late. And Travis, I just checked. There are 0 TX22s in North Carolina and 0 in Arizona for David.
All right, we'll keep looking. We'll keep looking. That's a good sign. They're going to be popular, though. If they're all sold out.
They're going to be popular.
Yeah,
especially after seeing it, they're going to be very popular.
Well, that is unless they only made like 4.
No, they made a lot. They were displaying it pretty hard.
They're made in the USA now too, so that should help distribution and all that. Yeah.
Like I said, Obnoxious One, like Rich said, he'll be on Thursday nights at 9. This Thursday night at 9, and then I'll be on Saturday night at 11. So I appreciate the invite. If you're not already subbed, go ahead and sub to everybody else on the panel. Closing in on a new milestone, and I got to start planning a 2,000 sub giveaway. I want to do it upright. I want to come up with something and do some good stuff. So appreciate the invite.
2,200 hours.
All right, no problem. Travis.
Well, now I'm excited because I found TX22s for sale over on Gunbroker. It's like, anyway, yeah, so we'll have a little 15,000 subscriber
330 's
giveaway.
not bad.
Yeah, it's on 329. We'll have a little subscriber giveaway at on Saturday at 8 a.m. on Caliber Corner. Topics are going to be, we're going to talk about doing some prepping. It's been 6 months since we had a prepping chat. And so we'll talk about bulk food and water storage for a little bit. And then we'll also talk about, we'll do some viewer Q&A. I haven't done that for quite a while. Just people can throw out any questions because we always have a good panel with you guys on there. And there's a lot of experience in a lot of areas. So I'll send those links out in the morning. And I think I've got one more topic on there. I can't remember what it is. I just put that up this afternoon. Otherwise, a lot of content on the channel. I'm going to be dropping another coffee review tomorrow. More gun stuff coming up. I haven't done a lot of range tests recently because our range is a mud pit. It's all the snow is now melting, and we're going to be getting more this week, and so it's just not been decent enough for me to go out. And it's not. I love shooting out in the cold. I can shoot in any kind of climate. I love it, but the camera equipment's not so good. Getting out there's a pain. Hauling stuff out there sucks. Trying to film, and so I'll be getting some more range tests here pretty soon. I've just been posting some of the gear reviews I did this winter that I was able to film. So there's a lot more stuff coming on the channel. No lack of content there. Otherwise, I think that's about it, man. I'm just having a great time, and I appreciate the invite. And get over to gunchannels.com and make sure you guys support guntube.org on Patreon. Oh, and 2A Tuesday will happen next Tuesday with Sandhill Shooter. He's got some pretty serious stuff that he's got to take care of. It's all good. It's all great stuff. It's all good news, but he cannot do his show tonight. It's just obligation, so he'll be back next week. I just want to pass that on to everybody. And that's pretty much it.
All right. So, everyone, check out guntube.org. Check out nightstrike.com. And check out GunTube and me, Nightstrike, on Patreon as well. Other than that, that's it. We're done. We will see you next time. So, thank you all for listening. This was Hit or Miss.
Give him the bird.
Adios, Felicia.
Shut up, infringed!
Felicia, te amo.